One-foot-flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the 1 Foot Flipper. It's been a little while since I checked in, so I thought I'd make a video, show you a few sales, tell you what's going on with my life. Right now, I'm not going full blast at the YouTube. I've decided to dial it back for a little while, not monetized right now anyway, and there's a lot of things in my life that I just want to fix. Most of them are actually physical things in and around my house, areas that I've still never cleaned out. Like, at the start of last week, 3 of our 5 cars, you couldn't walk out and start them. Now it's down to 2 of the 5 cars that you can't walk out and start, and I'm hoping to improve that number pretty soon. And my dog is obsessed with trying to get at some critter that's living under the shed, and she's hurting herself, and I'm trying to somehow deal with that, get it blocked off where she can't dig under there anymore. And that's kind of hard to do, too, when you know, can barely walk and can't carry anything while you do walk. But as far as reselling is going, I am doing the cheap and easy version of Reseller Nirvana. That's where right now, both my stores I have at a fixed number of listings that I want to have. I believe it's 1,600 in my main store and 10,900 in my card store. And every day I just replace the number of listings that sold from things in the draft bank, and I keep a week or two's drafts in result. I'm not making any major attempts to have any big sales or anything else. I'm just going to let some things sell through while I deal with other things going on in my life, because I don't need to make a certain amount of money every month anyway. Sorry, most of our family income that I make at this point, we're just investing. So I just got another negative feedback on eBay. It seems like I cannot not have one every month. Doesn't matter what my volume is. I can be doing 10 times what I'm doing right now. I'll get one per month. And this customer did not know their address. They ordered a very low dollar item. Wasn't a trading card though. It was a Disney mug, I think, or a Coca-Cola mug. And I sent it to the address that they gave me, of course. And it eventually showed back up at my house, I think. But the person finally leaves me feedback that says, never got item. And I go and I look it up. It's because they don't know where they live. They gave me an address that the street address could not possibly match up to the town and zip code address. They gave me their, assuming they got the street part right, they got the town and the zip code to someplace 8 miles away. Probably served by a different post office. Because it was one of those really dense suburban areas in Florida, actually. What was I supposed to do about that? Nothing I could do, so I got a negative on that. I messaged the people. They didn't respond, which I figured as much. I did not sell this. I wish I did, but I'd have to list it first. I sold this Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines hardcover book, $6.30. This sold in about 1 day. Just had to have the lowest price. This Gundam model, however, took forever to sell. $49.75 free ship. I usually never do free ship, but all the competitors on this item had free ship. And this took forever to sell, like 6 months. And this came from Fox Hunter, so there'll be a little bit of money going on his spreadsheet. I guess the Timmies did not have any money to buy that thing because it took forever. Got a 2006 Mage the Awakening release poster. That'll get folded up one more time and go standard envelope. That sold for $8.01. Got a vintage old stock mead binder, 3-ring, $10.73. If this had been a Trapper Keeper, it'd be worth twice as much. And here's the sort of thing you need to watch out for. With your Pokemon and your Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, you've got to watch out for the valuable side collectibles, because the value on them can evaporate very quickly because the market for them is very shallow. There's only a certain amount of people who are interested in the expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card mats or the rare Pokemon store displays. So, like, I bought 3 of these and I paid $40 each for them because they were going for $85 at the time. By the time I sold my first one, they were down to $42. This one sold for $38, and I've got one left. So overall, I'm going to lose money on these. Specifically also because one of them got returned. Because, you know, these things all go to Timmy, and Timmy likes to return things. Sold the Warhammer sprue that I could not find in the last video. $5.88. All it took is a third time checking the box it was supposed to be in, and it was there. Imagine that. So, once upon a time, this was a low-grade, unsellable Barry Manilow album. But you throw the record that nobody wants away, and it turns into a handy mailer that didn't cost you any money over what you already had stuck in it, whether you liked it or not. I sold this bag of 10 plastic Warhammer. What else are they plastic? Yeah, they're plastic. $20.74. All right, another slow day, but some sales are better than no sales. I sold this Huck Performance hat. It's brand new. I believe it was a sample. Sold for $12.78. Took about a month to sell. Not too bad. Sold a pair of Pokemon EV posters at $5.50 each. They're located upstairs. They have pictures of EV on them. I fold them up and send them in an envelope. Not that interesting. This bag is full of Warhammer Kachatan Jungle Fighters. They kind of look like the good guys in the first Predator movie. $69.11 on those. Not bad, especially since they're plastic. Now, this is part of where, if you're going to sell this Warhammer stuff, the expertise comes in handy. This guy, he's called the Butcher. He sold for $13.88. But the difference is knowing how to pick him out of the crowd of all the other rat men who are only worth $2 each. That's where a lot of research comes in and learning the stuff. Viewer Brian bought this Jimmy hat with ET on it from me for $25. And finally, another viewer sale. Brian Sampour, dollar bills, y'all, bought this limited edition 1 foot flipper shoe. This is number 3 out of 6. And offered to buy the rest of them. However, I want to give everybody else a chance to buy the last 3 before I send them off. So there's 3 of these left. You know what? I didn't number this one. I signed it as S, but I did not number it. This is number 3 of 6. Alright, that's all the sales for now. It was 2 separate viewers, both named Brian, who bought the hat and the shoe. Was not the same person. Alright, I sold this Games Workshop derelict factotum, still new in box. It's about 20-something years old. Sold for $220. Shouldn't have left the price tag on the side of the thing from the swap meet, because the person brought that up in their negotiations. I actually paid less than that for it, thankfully. I'll have to put a picture up on the screen because it's upstairs. I sold this Warhammer Metal Eldar Heavy Weapons platform for $20. And I also just sold this vintage Napa Raylock Brakes trucker hat for $11.09. So if you find yourself out of space in your eBay store, whether it's physical space in your storage location or numerical space in the number of listings you get, it's time to start looking at those lowest dollar items that have been hanging around the longest and take up space. Like, I just threw away all my VHS tapes, and almost every one of them was sealed. But you know what? Every one of them have been up for 2 years. We're down to $1.99 plus ship, sealed, and hadn't sold. In the trash they went. I'm not even going to waste Goodwill's time with them. I just put them directly into the trash. I sold an acrylic NFL helmet display case, $27. Put it up on the screen. Person's on their way here to pick it up right now. $45. I sold this miniature Lord of the Rings theme Galadriel and Celeborn. I'm assuming they're elves of some sort. Rick's Matty card sleeves, 2 packs, $4.49. Somehow I keep finding video games. Tetris sold for $10. Sold in like a week. I sold an AMD Athlon 1200 processor out of my computer from like 20 years ago, $13.05. Sold a Sphero BB-8 Android droid, $16.83. Old bottle of Avon cologne, $7.20. And finally, wouldn't be a sale day without a bag of Warhammer minis. These are a bag of assorted metal Eldar painted Warhammer minis from the early 90s. This bag of 14 of them sold for $45.40. All right, I'm going to get these packed up before that guy gets here to pick up the stuff. Sometimes toward the end of the month, I will recalculate my net worth and see how it's doing. It'll probably be down for the month because the current situation is the White House is constantly announcing things that will just wreck one business or another and then rug pulling them back and everything else, and the markets are not reacting favorably to it at all. Right now, it looks like the Dow is going down majorly every day. It's down 386 points today so far. I believe it dropped 1,000 yesterday. So much of my net worth is tied up in index funds related to the Dow that I'm definitely probably going to lose money this month. But it's okay. I got a long-term horizon. 20 years from now, when I'm cracking that money, or minimum 13, when I'm cracking into that money, what happened this month or next month, it's not going to matter. Hey, thanks for hanging around to the end. If you know anybody else who's cracking into things that don't matter, why don't you tell them about this channel? I'm getting close to that 20,000, and with their help, I could get there.
See, that's One Foot Flipper's nonsense video.
So now that it's just us, recently in the last month or two, really last 3 months, a lot of people have been manipulating the price of Tesla stock in order to somehow personally hurt Elon Musk. And it's dropped by 50% in the past 3 months. Does that make it a buying opportunity now? Should I be buying that? I don't know. What do you think? Post below in the comments.